It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, 4 down.
On first, they go right back to Collins. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
On second down, Collins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Double tight. 4 down, 4 down. Check, check. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Let's go.
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Double tight, double tight. Hey, hurry up, here we go.
They'll try and run forward with Collins. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. 4th down, here's Jackson. Steps away. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Now let's go.
Collins. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out.
Hey, boys, we got 4. 4 down. All right, here we go.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Even. 4 down. Even.
On third down, Jackson. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Hey, 4 down. 4 down. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. 54 Mike.
They'll run the counter with Collins. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Jackson on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. They've already gone for it and made it once on this opening drive. They're going to try it again on 4th down.
Check 13. Check.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Here we go. 180.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
4 down, 4 down. Alert. Hurry up.
Jackson on first down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Set. 3, 19.
From the gun, Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Here we go, 47. Here we go.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
We're going right there. We're going right there.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Terrell Suggs in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Here we go, 47, 47. Here we go, 46. 26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep to return is Cyrus Jones. Fielded at about the 28. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Here we go, 180. 26.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
47. That's the West.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, here we go.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Jones on the return. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Four down, check, four down.
Here's Collins. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Four down, check.
On second down, here's Jackson. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Now Jackson throwing on third and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. He was looking for Crabtree that time. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch tight, tight end's right. Watch tight, tight end's right.
Here we go. 180.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Tight end right, tight end right.
Here we go. 180. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
Okay, some people call it the shuffle pass. Some people call it a shovel pass, but this worked really well. And it's hard to do in the NFL because of the big bodies that tend to clog up the middle of the field. But the execution was excellent there, able to get it done and get upfield for big yardage.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Strong right. Strong right.
Here we go. Wide eight. Swing. Swing to the field. Right. To the right.
Check.
Wait, take.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Back now in Baltimore. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
Hey,
Here we go. Wide eight.
we got four down. You go tight. You got tight.
Swing. Swing to the field. Right. To the right.
41's coming. 41's the mic. Here we go.
Wait, take.
4th down, Prescott.
Here I come again.
And he's got it to Hearns. Touchdown, Cowboys. Allen Hearns, 39 yards. And the Cowboys are in for 6. So we have a score to report after all. How about this?
Whoa. Stop the press. Yeah, I know. I just broke broadcasting 101. I cut in on my play-by-play guy. But think about it this way. Marvin, our crack researcher, just handed us a note. We haven't had a scoreless tie in the NFL since 1943. 43.
And we will not have history here in this one, partner. Our first points of the game come in the 4th quarter.
I don't think that either one of us saw this game unfolding this way when it all began.
No, absolutely not. But, hey, now it's still just a one-score game, so don't go anywhere. A lot more to play for. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, boys, we got four down.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And out now come the Cowboys. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 51 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That's fielded in the end zone. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now Jackson. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll bring up a second down.
Double tight. 4 down.
Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete here.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The Ravens on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. John Brown, 84 yards. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Here we go. Wide eight. Wide eight.
Here's Prescott. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
4 down.
Here we go. Wide eight. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Wide eight. Wide eight.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
4 down. Alert.
Here we go. Wide eight.
A give to Elliott. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
There we go, kill.
Kill, kill.
Here's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
Awesome.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Hey, here we go. Wide 80.
Throwing here, Prescott. Airing it out for Hearns. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
There we go. Wide 80.
Prescott to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. I'm surprised with the lead in a one-score game this late. They're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here.
Let's go.
But give credit to the guys on defense. They made a play that they absolutely had to have to give themselves a chance to be in this game.
Gun!
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity. And the second part of that is when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but often...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jalen Smith in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Detroit!
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.